welcome. Episode 72 of the Deadass Though podcast. Kelly here. Niza here. She's second again. Shells is here.
What'd you say? I'm what?
So you're second again because you didn't go
Oh,
second.
yeah. She won a second last week. I was like, you got it.
If we stay in this order, we keep on recording like this. Yeah, I mean, you know? But
it's proper.
Yeah, we got the video going. Shout out to the IG live viewership.
Whoop.
How y'all feeling, man? Y'all good?
Good.
Good,
a lot
good.
of new music this week.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm in a great mood.
Great mood.
I like that.
Always in a good mood when there's something new. And I'm going to Puerto Rico tomorrow.
She about to be out of here. She about to be wildin'.
She getting flued out.
Flued out by myself.
Yeah, that's what
by myself.
I was waiting for
moves.
it.
Niggas like, yo, where you want to go? She's like, away from you.
She was getting in the mood. She was playing Megan Thee Stallion and all that before we started recording.
No, it's on there. They saw.
She gave. Oh yeah, that's hello, but they didn't. Hello. She ready to wild.
Exclusive.
Right.
You gonna be there just for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm coming back Sunday, Mother's Day. My mom's gonna be out there with me though. Shout out to her.
Okay.
Shout out to Mama Love. Good little getaway for
going
the
to the
weekend.
motherland.
Yeah, actually, I am going to motherland because I'm Puerto Rican. For those who do not know, so I'll be going to my mom's old hood, stomping grounds, whatever. Ponce.
You still got family out there?
Mm-hmm. I have family out there. I have family in Agodia. My dad's side of the family. I think there's a few people in San Juan, but I'm not close with that side, so I won't be seeing them.
Shit, sounds like a good little Mother's Day getaway, though.
It is a quick little Mother's Day getaway because, I'm a mom, too. I'm a dog mom, but it counts. But I still pay her bills. I take care of her.
1,000%.
Would it be like a DeMilf? Dog mom?
A dog MILF?
A DeMilf. No, the DILF is a dad.
DILF is a thing.
Dad?
Yeah, that's a dad.
It's 1,000%. DILF is a thing.
Yeah.
DILF is
Big
a thing.
DILF's in the building, you heard?
See? Exactly. That's a dad that, someone would like a DeMilf.
DeMilf?
Or a MILF, but the D is silent.
Apostrophe MILF.
A MILF, but the D is silent.
DeMilf.
Just don't make it a thing. How about that?
It might catch on like wildfire.
But listen, shout out to the moms, know what I mean?
She's
shout
the
out
first
to y'all.
DeMilf.
DeMilf. Shout out to all the DeMilfs in the building. You feel me?
The DeMilfington?
DeMilfington.
Don't
That's
name
what it
this
is.
shit,
The
DeMilfington. I'm not advertising this shit. If it's the
I be in the dog park walking my dog, and they be like, "Look at that DeMilf."
Right? She like, yo, let's make babies or dogs.
Dogs.
Not us.
You keep fucking around, people gonna like listen to this shit, and this is gonna be the thing they hold on to. So when they see you, they're gonna be like, "Yo, you the MILF, right?"
That's right.
You the MILF. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna say DeMilf.
Like, yeah, that's me.
Okay, I'm gonna rock with it. Why not?
That's it.
I'm gonna get a necklace
101.
with D apostrophe MILF.
That means none before it
one
and none
D
to
and then
come.
one with MILF.
Wow.
Now you gotta get the finger rings. Like
Oh
that.
shit.
DeMilf.
The MILF. Big ass D.
MILF.
We're gonna hold a poll. Y'all think I should get a necklace or
just do
connection
the
ring?
neck tattoo.
Too
Nah,
far.
because then when you
That's
sock
just
somebody
permanent.
with these shits, they just gonna have ILF. They're gonna be like, "What is that?" You gotta like double punch them and shit, like Street Fighter or some shit. Hit them with the 1-2. Hit them with the left, right.
Hit them with the left. Hit them with the right.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of things. Well, not too much happened this week, like big. Nah, man. But we was discussing off mic about just starting off with some real shit. Y'all were mentioning that what was it? The abortion law in Georgia.
It is. It's
for
dumb.
what?
It's dumb that there's a law that can tell women what to do with their bodies still in 2019.
That's some Republican shit.
That's just some fucking. It's dumb. It makes no sense whatsoever. Basically, to explain it, a law just got passed in Georgia saying that it's illegal now to get an abortion after 6 weeks because technically that's when the heartbeat has developed within the fetus. So. Yeah, you can get charged and possibly go to jail.
I get the idea of it, like people that are what do you call it, anti-abortion?
Yeah.
Right? So like people that are against abortion, I get it. Their whole thing about it is you're killing something that's alive, but I'm pro-abortion. Like I definitely feel like people have a right to choose, women have the right to choose if they want to change their life forever. Early on, like I definitely think there should be I think that instead of going with the whole attempted murder type of charge and serving 10 years in prison for it, all that extra shit, I think what they could have did with the law that could have appealed to both sides of the fence is shorten the the time.
The
So
window?
like the window. So you would have to get abortion within 6. Oh well, you don't even know you're pregnant within some women
Right.
don't even know they're pregnant within the first 6 weeks. So you couldn't
Yeah.
even say 6 weeks, but I would say 2 months. I think it's 3 months right now. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 months right now or 2.5 months. The point where you already know you're having the kid.
Right.
So I think that maybe they could have shortened it to like 2 months, 2.5, 2 in 1 week, something like that. Versus you could be facing 10 years in prison because you never know. What if someone got raped?
Yeah, that was
And
a
they got
major thing.
pregnant
Yeah.
because they got raped, and you have to be reminded of that every single day of your life. Of course, hopefully you would love that child and move on if that was the case. But
Right.
you shouldn't.
Not everybody can handle that.
Not everybody can handle that. And what if you're not financially able to take care of a child for the rest
Support
of
a
their
child.
life?
Yeah.
Exactly, or mentally stable for that, like crackheads. Like, I mean, I'm sure crackheads aren't out here having abortions, but
No, but I
saying,
understand it
like-
because at first, I said it earlier because I'm not too like privy to the situation, but I didn't know how to feel about it. But just understanding that, like you said, you don't really find out until you're 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought about. What you mentioned was rape victims. You know what I mean? You have to go along with that. Unfortunately, with this new law, it's only in Georgia. Is that what's going
Right
on?
now, yeah.
Also, I'm sure we all know people who have been in the situations where they got pregnant early. You know what I mean? Like you said,
Accidental
they're either
pregnancies.
too young or they just don't have the funds to take
people
care
that
of
lose
it.
their virginity and get pregnant, like,
Also, there'll be people they don't know how to make that situation happen. Especially when you're young, you don't know when to tell your parents. You don't know what to do in
Yeah,
a certain
it's too
situation.
many
so you wait.
circumstances
And
for
it's
it
gonna
to
too
be
late.
to have a definition on it. It's
Right.
just it's too many variables of how it can go to just
Right.
make it all flat out illegal.
honestly, if we didn't have the option of getting abortions, I feel like we would be overpopulated right now.
More
We
than
would
we
be
are now.
severely. We're
Right.
already overpopulated. We would be
Need that Thanos
severely
snap.
overpopulated.
it, yo.
Populated. Like niggas wouldn't even have no food to give. Like we wouldn't be able to compensate for all the mouths that we would need to feed if there was no option for abortion. Because
Right.
everybody would be out here having fucking kids. Everybody would be trying to be on WIC. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people wouldn't be able to afford that. It's not
think-
stable for our economy.
I think what they doing, man, it's all a scare tactic. With this whole Trump administration, we're going to see a lot of nonsense that is going to and that has been put into law.
Right.
But it's a scare tactic, man. It's like, yo, guess what? You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck around because if you do, you can't
Yeah.
get rid of that. You know what I mean? You can't take that, whether it's a mistake or whatever. But still, I understand people saying like, it's a heartbeat, it's a person, you're killing the person, but. And also, if you're not equipped to be in that situation or put yourself in it, we just discussed a myriad of different things that
Yeah.
go against the contrary to that. It's like sometimes you don't have control over it. And guess what? Now with this new law, especially if you're in Georgia, you know what I mean, even if it gets passed elsewhere, you're going to have to deal with those consequences. Even though it may not have been your fault, you may have not wanted it, guess what? You still got to stick with it because it's the quote-unquote law, and you might go to jail for it.
All right. Is Georgia even a red state for something like that to be passed?
I think so, yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
you hear something like that, you would think Florida or Texas,
Yeah.
some crazy ass dumb state. But
Well, I feel like, especially
Damn.
now, we think of, Georgia,
come on
we think
now.
of Atlanta, shit like
Florida
that.
man
but
is real.
A lot of Georgia is, you know what I mean, that red side, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a lot of bloods in that
Georgia,
area.
Georgia's filled with a lot of
Nigga
bloods.
said,
A lot of Republicans.
we
there.
bloodicans?
That's exactly what it
That's it.
is, man.
Nah, that is what it is. They want control. They feed off of control, honestly. So that's that government style, and I think that it's just showing us really what our presidency that we've allowed to come into our lives
Right.
is
Unfortunately.
enabling
And that's the shit that
for the
makes me angry.
government to look at it like that, to look at the state as like what do you call that type of government? Like a capitalist government? No,
What do you mean?
it's China has a type of government.
Monarchy.
Monarchy.
They meant like totalitarian.
No.
Where this one dude is just putting everybody under the rule of their thumb. But the thing is, when you pass a law like this, the people who are backing it, like, I don't think it directly affects their culture. You know what I mean? From where we come from, the hoods, the lower income areas, the inner
It's
city
smart.
areas.
Yeah.
This is something that happens all the time.
It's a
So
way to save
yeah.
you.
yeah.
But this
It
is
happens.
a
It doesn't
fight.
happen in these upper, you know what I mean, upper
Oh,
echelon
yeah,
neighborhoods
echelon.
and shit.
Yeah, but this is a fight that's been
It does,
going on
though.
for fucking decades, man.
But not like this.
Like they're
Yeah.
trying. They started like defunding Planned Parenthood. They like take the money out of it, so
Oh, yeah,
they
it's a
won't
fact.
do all that. It's just I don't understand. Like, I don't know what's gonna get through to these people and shit. Like, just because these circumstances may not happen to you, don't mean there's not millions of people out there
Exactly.
It's all
that
about
may,
understanding.
have to do that. No, they don't. I mean, I understand that, but
I'm talking about
yeah.
like everyone
their point of view.
understanding from each point of view. Like we both were like, or all three of us are in agreement. Like, yeah, we understand it's a life. You see the malice in the situation as far as like, okay, they have a heartbeat. It's a real person. Technically, you are killing something, but they don't feel it. They're not really, and if it does, the little seed, whatever, if it feels it, it's 2 seconds. And you don't know what life is. So your life wasn't really taken away because you don't know what it is yet.
Right.
So it's kind of like.
That's why it's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
man.
it
Even
is.
like
I mean,
today,
you can make arguments on both sides.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
I'm saying. But that's why like I stick to that area where it's like if it wasn't your fault and shit, you can't fault those. You know what I mean? Like we said, the rape victims and all that.
But if
that's,
you make an exception to one, you have to make an
Right,
exception to
right.
all.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I mean, got to make a decision. They made their decision, man. So we'll see what happens, like on a global scale, I guess, or even with the U.S.
I mean, yeah,
Because that shit gonna set a precedent.
Yeah, for sure. And other states are either going to follow or they're going to fight it. So
yeah. So
I
people
hope
need
that
to take
they
a
fight
stand
it so
now.
everyone, exactly. But I think people are, I think we're making it aware. Just the fact that, I don't want to call us kids, but young adults of our age are bringing it to attention and speaking about it. And not only have I seen people our age, I've seen people older, I've seen people younger. Everyone, as soon as the law got passed, people were like, whoa, they wildin'. Like, so I think
Immediately.
there will be a stance taken, and I think that that voices will be heard, and I like that all different cultures and all different age groups are already seeing it and noticing.
Yeah, there's probably be a
So-
flurry of lawsuits and things like that.
Yeah.
That's one thing I
It's some
appreciate,
shit you
man.
can fight.
Because, I feel like you're saying like young adults, people our age right now, or
They're
even
paying
just
attention.
the climate that we're in, they're paying attention. They understand what's going on. And, we talk all the time about just being educated about situations like that. So just the fact that, people are seeing what's going on and they're actively going out and saying exactly how they feel about it. They're going out, not only like talking about it on these type of platforms, but they're also going, to the governments. They're going to the city halls. They're having these discussions. So having that open dialogue is the thing that's going to like save us all when it comes to shit like this. You know what I mean? And
I agree.
getting it right. Because right now, you know how it is. They're going to put some shit out as like a little trial. Like, all right, let's see what they do. You know what I mean? So, nigga, you fuck with
See if they
people's
go with
lives,
it,
bro.
yeah.
Stop playing.
See if they fight against it or not, to see what they can get away with.
Yeah, man.
It's all about
That's
controlling
what
the
I'm saying.
people.
Yeah, like
Controller.
they're starting little, and then it's gonna expand
Yeah.
more and more and more. Like you said, it's what we allow. People will do to you what you allow.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So
And you get what you negotiate, motherfuckers.
That's true.
You get what you negotiate, man. You gotta put some work in, bro.
Did y'all know that I was an abortion?
Really?
Yeah, man.
gone
That's
wrong.
strong.
I survived, bro.
You a strong
He
brother.
survived.
I
Nigga said we
survived that,
missed
yo.
him the first time.
You was
They,
Not
they,
going
they
back
came
in.
through with that hanger. I like, nah, nigga. You're still throwing that shit. Get out of here.
just said like-
I like, nah, chill.
So, yo, you ain't doing it? It's like, nah, bro. Like, he ain't let me.
I pulled it back in like
Fuck
miles down, nigga. It was
He's like,
good.
yo, nah, his shell hit it. You know what I mean? He's like,
That's
yo, I'm
right.
gonna call him
That's Sheldon.
nigga. Trying to hit it. He's like, yo, there's something in there, bro.
Yo, is that a
Hit him with
shell?
the kneecap.
He's like, it's Sheldon. That
it.
joint right there, that's the shit that saved it. Oh, you gonna spit on my hand?
This nigga did a spectate.
Goddamn.
My bad. I was trying to take a sip. And
That's
you
a
were doing
water
that.
world.
That's the first. That's it, yo.
Damn. My bad.
Deadass, that's how you gonna do me. Matter of fact, you gonna hold that real quick. Do
Yeah.
that. Damn, girl, was more than I thought.
Yeah. it's- yeah.
No, it's nice. The bottle's wet. The bottle's wet. I put this
she
shit in the
mess-
freezer.
she
Like,
messy.
Oh,
Yo, that shit
Hello.
just boosts mine and blew mine at the same
damn, my
fucking
whole
time.
notebook is so. The words blurred and
remember that
shit.
That's it. Yep.
God.
Looking like Macaulay Culkin right now. Nigga said, head ass. But yeah, going off like the more serious topics, because you showed me, well, you showed us that Tory
video.
Lanez video, man. That shit was dope. I
Speaking
don't know
of
if y'all seen
making
it, but-
choices, I don't know if everyone peeped, but Tory Lanez just dropped a visual,
Dope video.
aka a video,
A video.
for his song "What Happened to the Kids," and it's all about the choices that you make that will, change your life. And the video starts off with one choice and ends with another, and it kind of shows that there could be the outcomes of the both two. Giving if you haven't seen it or you haven't heard the song, basically the song's about or the video starts off with Dude's walking around pulling a 6ix9ine. They go to the hood. He posts the guys post up on IG, and they're like, "We in your city, we in your hood. We do what we want. We walk wherever we want. Niggas can't touch us. Da da da." So I guess whoever they had beef with sees it on the other end of IG Live, and homeboy is like, "Yo, look at these niggas on live." Basically, they in the hood, they wilding out, like they trying to basically punk us, da da da. And all of a sudden, one of the guy's uncles, OG, comes from inside the house, and he's like, "Yo, what's going on? What y'all rapping about? Da da da." And they're like, they show him the video, and he's like, "Well, you already know what you need to do. Take care of that, nephew. Take care of that.
You know AKA, what I taught you.
Pop that nigga right." So basically, long story short, a little kid gets caught in stray bullet fire and dies.
Which happens all the time.
Especially like within like gang violence or two big groups going at it, and they in the hood. Somebody gotta die over IG beef, however you say it.
Something fucking stupid.
And stupid shit, basically, like posting up on IG Live. Like, who gives a fuck if these niggas is wilding on IG? Like, what is Instagram gonna get you in life? That is the moral of the video is don't worry about what niggas say or whatever. Until they do something, you don't need to react. Be the bigger man, because it's not worth it. Because in the second part of the video, they replay the beginning, but instead of the uncle coming out the house and saying, "You know what you need to do," he watches the video and he tells them, "Don't even worry about it. You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to go up top. You don't want to be sitting in that cell by yourself because it's not worth it." Basically, I'm assuming, went to jail off the same shit. Some nigga was talking shit, posted up, acting tough. He pulled up on him, popped him. He ends up serving time because old boy is dead, and now he got to take, blame for it. And now he's in jail by himself. He gets out. What do you have? You go to jail. You can't get a job when you get out. It's hard to find a place to live. A lot of niggas that go to jail end up in halfway houses. You don't have the same life or opportunities once you get locked up. And you don't want to get locked up on some dumb shit. So if it's not worth it, don't do it.
Yeah.
We all have
choices, short.
We all have a choice that we can make the right one. And in the midst of all this, they also basically save a little kid's life. So
yeah, because in that second version,
the kid goes home.
The kid literally just walks by them. Nothing happens. Yeah. And that's the case a lot of the time, bro. Because like we was having this conversation off air that just this past weekend, there was a young 8th grader who was nice in football. He passed away the same way. You know what I mean? Got hit by a straight bullet. Yep. And that's one life that's been taken from us. You know what I mean? Somebody that has so much potential. And, it happens way too much, dog. It happens way too much. So Tory not only making a video, a song of that nature, just making a powerful video to go along with it, that shit was incredible, man. That's why I fuck with Tory, because not only can he could do the melodies, he could do the rapping shit, but he also understands now, especially because he be doing his trolling shit, especially back then. But he's been through the mud. He understands the pitfalls of life and that lifestyle
and what you can become.
Yeah, and what you can become out of it. So it's like
how important choices are and shit. Because when you're saying all that, like his own personal life, when he had a little beef with Royce the 5'9", he squashed that. Then I forgot who else he squashed beef with, but he understands choices, dumb choices. Yeah,
bro. But even before that, when he was in the streets, before he was famous, he was really out there. Apparently, you know what I mean? Like he was doing his thing. So he understands from both sides. You know what I mean? Because he was young. And you know how it is when you're young. You don't want to listen to nobody, but it will take that one person. I mean, in the video they had that OG. So it's either you gonna put the battery in his back, or you gonna tell him like, yo.
Be the OG for real.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people got OGs, but they don't got OGs. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they don't guide you the right way, then what the fuck is the point of you being here? If you're going to lead them down the same road that you did, you're going to lead them to the same mistakes. You're not an OG.
You ain't an OG.
You're just another nigga that stayed in the same area.
Some old-ass nigga talking nonsense.
Yeah.
That reminds me of, have you guys seen All American?
Well, it sounds familiar. Is that on Netflix or some shit? Yeah,
it's on Netflix now. Season 2 should be coming out soon. I don't know what network it's on. It might be HBO. It might be like ABC. But it's a football show. It's actually based on a true story about Spencer Paysinger. He actually just retired in 2018 from NFL. But basically, it's his life growing up in not in Compton. He's in Cali, though.
Okay.
But Crenshaw. He grew up in Crenshaw. He goes to like Hollywood, some other shit. Goes basically upstate and gets like, because of football, he gets a scholarship with school, and it saves his life because we're in Crenshaw. He basically was surrounded by all like Bloods, Crips. It's all gangs, and your life is either you join a gang and you live like Nip said,
that's the culture.
or it's the culture.
Yeah,
it's the environment that you're surrounded in. So he was gonna play. He was good in football in his high school, but that high school wasn't seen because it's a hood high school. Not a lot of people. You have to fight to be brought up out of that. You have to fight to make it to the NFL from a school like that because rich niggas not coming out there watching you.
Yeah.
Scouts not coming out there really trying to sit there and watch you play because they're scared. They're not coming to that neighborhood that often. They're not looking at you, and you're not going to Columbines and shit like that because you don't have the same opportunities as someone more wealthy at school that's bigger named basically
1000%.
all around because they don't have the funding for it either. The school doesn't have the funding, but because you grew up in that hood, if I face these niggas, I'm gonna tear them up because we don't play in fear, we play in fight. So
Right.
a lot of the times hood high school football players are a lot better. Like they are a lot better because they don't make it for obvious reasons. So that's discouraging to those kids. So then they just get a regular job or they join a gang to live because they feel like that's what they should do because their environment tells them that's what they should do. So the second season hasn't been released yet, but the first season basically somebody who's a childhood friend of the main character, his older brother was a Blood. And he made him steal for him, do all this shit while he was a little kid. And the dude Spencer's like, you don't have to do this. Let's go play football. I know you're good at football. Let's go play in the park. And he's like, nah, you good. You got somewhere else to be, but I'm going to be with my big bro.
Yeah.
Whole time. He gets a teenager. His brother gets shot and killed. And the guy goes back, joins the gang, and gets revenge for his brother and gets caught up in the gang life. Now they're seniors in high school, and they're beefing. They don't get along because he was like, look, you had a choice. You became the nigga I didn't want you to be. I can't fuck with you because I can't agree with what you're doing with your life. You can do better. So they just start beefing and shit. The dude that was his friend, turned gang member, he was bullying one of his friends. So, it's just a bunch of, misunderstanding. And later on...
A bunch of hood shit, man.
It's a bunch of hood shit, basically. Later on, the dude Spencer's best friend becomes best friends with the gang member, whatever, and she's telling the guy Spencer yo, he could be so much more than the gang member, but that's just the life he was forced to live. That was the life he was forced into. He don't know nothing else. You could show him more because you've seen the other side of the track. You could show him more because now you have opportunities. You could help him be this and that. And the dude Spencer's like, nah, I'm not trying to hear it. He ain't nothing but a hoodlum. He ain't got this, he ain't got that. So basically the gang member ends up networking with someone Spencer knew and gets an internship at a record label and is like, look, I want to do more for myself and for my daughter. I'm about to quit the gang. So he pays off his
gang initiation
gang
fees.
and whatever, whoever the fuck.
I made that up.
The leader of the gang, nigga, his head honcho, whatever.
I hope it's not a thing with these new
No,
niggas.
it's
You never
not.
know with new niggas.
He tries to
That's
pay
a
him
fucking
off.
fact.
$45 fee.
Old boy says
Like, that's
everything's cool. Next thing you know, he gets popped by a Crip out of nowhere because all of a sudden they know where he lives and all this shit. So he gets popped. He never gets the opportunity to make more of himself. So the rest of the season, the guy Spencer speaks out at an award show and is just and for his community, and he's just like, look, he tried to get out of the gang. He tried to make more for himself, and he got killed because of it. Let's turn this neighborhood around. Let's get all this gang violence out, and let's just be more, because we all have a choice. He tried to make the right choice. He got punished for it. Let's make the right choice ahead of time so y'all don't have to face that.
Yeah.
That's what it's about,
So,
man. That's why
it's
important whenever people, especially what Nip was doing, and the thing is, we need figures like that in all neighborhoods where, not only have they been there, but they understand that that's not the way to go, and we need to, guide our youth to go the other way. You know what I mean? That's why, with the Our Opportunity thing, the Vector 90, where, Nip and David Gross, I believe his name, they're creating these areas where kids can go in inner cities that they can work on STEM programs, they can work on whatever their work, you know what I mean? It's kind of like boys and girls club, but on a higher level, because you're going to have people who have been in that situation, who are from where you're from, and they're teaching you right from wrong. They're teaching you real life things that, you know, you can go out and use that shit, you know what I mean? I just saw a video the other day, and it's not, well, I'm not sure if it was in the hood, but it was just an older coach at a football team literally just showing these kids how to change a tire, you know what I mean? It's shit like that that makes a difference in these kids' lives, because I can't tell you how many pitfalls we would have, you know, avoided if the people around us would have told us. And this has been a story for generations, you know what I mean? And I was lucky enough to, you know, I grew up in East Harlem, and I was able to see, and I had the state of mind to see what was going on around me. And I was like, you know what, I want to go this way. You know what I mean? I could have easily went the other way, and a whole bunch of people I know did and didn't. But you have this fork in the road where it's like, yo, either I'm going to go over here because there's no opportunities, or I'm going to just keep on, you know, trying, and I'm going to try to go the hard way and grind for my own thing and do right by the people around me and try to be that figure that people can look up to, like, yo, you know what? He's doing the fucking thing. He's doing the damn thing. He's preaching the word. He's not falling into the pitfalls like everybody else.
And we're still keeping our culture. Like, it's not like you're different. Just same thing with Nip. Like, I'm sure he did things in his life that he had been not necessarily ashamed of, but maybe regrettable. And like that, like decisions that you made spur of the moment, shit that you just had to pop and do. But you, like I said, you can make a choice. It doesn't have to be right then and now. It's never too late to make a different choice. It's never too late to change your life.
True.
So you
got to make that initiative to be the person you want to be. You got to make the initiative to be the person you want your kids to be, and say you never have kids, what you want your nieces and nephews to be like. I
really think
or just your youngins and shit.
Anybody that you know, like, you don't want to see them dead, so don't make them a hot boy.
I feel like if people just really focus on thinking for themselves, especially in situations like that, and not being, I think that's why I like where we're going when it comes to like the culture and things of that nature, because you're getting a lot of people who think for themselves now. They're not just going off of what people are telling you. Just because your man's right here tell you to, you know, pull up, we going to get some money right now, doing whatever the case is, you have the right of mind, like, yo, you know what? Nah, y'all could do that. I'm comfortable with myself. You know what I mean? I'm going to go over here, do what I got to do, whether it's science, whether it's math, whether it's music. You know, you want to be an athlete, you know what I mean? Because it's easy to fall into those pitfalls, and a lot of us have. But the point is, even if you do, just realizing, like, you know what? This isn't it. This isn't it. Like Nip is a perfect example, and we're always going to talk about him for obvious reasons, but he says it in the music all the time. Like, listen, like, I'm not proud of what I did, but I knew right from wrong, you know what I mean? And I was fortunate enough to make the decision to change that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure he has some great OGs that, like, even though he was in the gang and all that stuff, like, you can still, you know, teach and bring up the next generation.
Have mentors. And just realizing also, somebody doesn't have to be older than you to be a mentor to you. You know what I mean? There could be people who are younger. I'm sure there were older people who looked up to Nip, and he was, you know what I mean? He was in his 30s, and he was preaching that word earlier. And just having that humility, like, you know what? I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the strongest dude out there, the strongest woman out there. I'm not the smartest. Just being humble and realizing you can always grow and just going positive with it.
Yeah.
And a big point that I want to make is, like, people say, a lot of people react and do things that they don't really want to do, but they feel like they have to do to prove themselves, to show, like, that's real gangster. In my opinion, real gangster is being able to have that self-control to not move forward and do anything hectic. It's easy to pull a trigger. It's easy to fight somebody. It's easy to make the wrong choices. It's easy to steal and do all that extra shit.
Yeah.
It's not easy to suck up your pride if somebody is talking shit to you or disrespecting you in any type of way, or if somebody's testing you and telling you, oh, do this because that's going to prove the person that you are. It's not easy to step away from a situation like that. So real gangster is making choices for yourself. Real gangster is living by you and never folding the person that you know that you are in your heart.
Yeah. And also, you got to think about it. That's a hard thing to do, because when something's been a part of your culture for so long.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, in the video.
Culturally appropriated.
To bring it back to that video, if someone's on my block talking crazy and we don't fuck with you, of course, the first thing we're going to think is, yo, let's go, like, let's go handle this.
Yeah.
So it takes a big person to be like, you know what, like, let's just change the culture in this neighborhood, man. Like, this shit is corny.
Yeah, man. All it takes is one person to change.
Yeah,
they're gonna feel less.
Invest back in the community, man, into your people.
They're going to feel less important when you ignore them. That's why I don't understand IG beef.
That's a fact.
That IG beef is so dead to me. Like, y'all arguing over the phone. Y'all arguing on the computer. Like,
literally like this. Like, yo,
you yelling at a camera, my nigga. Like, what is wrong with you? That's not...
I'm the
like,
king.
what is that?
I'm the king of phone
and you
beef.
letting it bother you to the point where it's changing your character, or you're letting it bother you where they're getting to you. Like, how you let somebody that's less than you get to you? Because that's the argument is, oh, I'm a better person than you, or oh, I got this, I got that. You ain't got shit. Bet, prove it. Ignore that nigga. Dub that shit. Block him. Delete it. Like, who cares?
Really
Don't pay attention.
It is that simple.
It is that simple.
That's why it's always I don't know it's ignorant, but I always fucking find it funny because it's just so fucking simple.
I love. Don't get me wrong. I'm entertained by Twitter drama, Instagram drama, all that. It's entertaining. But me myself, nobody's getting under my skin like that. If I gotta press you, I'm gonna text you like, "Yo, you good?" Or when I see you,
yo, you good?
When I see you, I see you. Keep that same energy, or don't. Like when I see you and you speak to me, then keep that same energy. If I see you and you don't say shit, bet.
That's a fact.
Niggas
Like,
talk to me. Put some bass in your voice, nigga.
Talk to me with some motherfucking respect.
Motherfucker.
I'm not gonna say I haven't always been like that. I haven't always had that mindset.
It's with growth, man.
But it's called growth. Maybe it's called choices. I made a choice. I'm a better me.
Niza caught a few buddies.
Niza.
Hey, a few of them.
Mother of God.
Just a couple.
A few of them bitches.
Mother
But,
of God.
I'm different now.
Especially going to Puerto Rico to
I
flee.
got shit. I honestly though, like I got shit I care about now. So
now you wasn't care about it before.
I mean, I wasn't worried about it before I was younger.
She's a DeMilf now.
I got my dog to live with
Yeah,
now.
exactly,
Shout out to Jordan. You know, with a Y.
Made her a DeMilf.
JORDYN made me a DeMilf. You
I
feel
thought she was
me?
gonna say Jordan. You know, Jordan with a Y, Jordan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I say
Puerto Rican on
it's
it.
like it's was it Russian?
Nah, but
Jordan.
I have things that I care about more and I put my passion
1000%.
into, and even like going to school, I have my degree. Like, so I'm gonna let somebody, a male, female, any of
Some
that,
hating
somebody
ass bitch.
or hating ass nigga, because I got them too.
Oh,
hello.
Get under my skin that ain't on the same level as me. I may not be where I want to be at the end of my time, but I'm where I want to be right now, and I'm further than I was before. So I'm not letting nobody stoop me down to that level again. So I'm not arguing with you, none of that, because when I argue, I don't, you know, to the people that know me, if you know, you know, I don't argue for more than 2 minutes. I pop off. So I don't I don't try to argue with people like that no more.
Hands work.
Got to bring
These
a riot
hands work
shield out and
faster
shit.
than my mouth.
She started getting crazy, bring a riot shield out like she about to
or
wild
you
out.
know, that car hit harder than my hands do. So.
All right now. All right.
So just relax.
You're talking. This is felonious talk right now.
Yes.
Welcome to the Felonious Talk podcast.
I'm dead ass though.
Let's face.
I am dead ass though. No, I am dead ass though. Like, I'm not putting myself in any position to jeopardize my future.
True.
So
You just said you were. All right, welcome to
I
Felonious
used to.
podcast. We are here.
I used
Starring
to.
DeMilf.
I told you I used to. I changed. I'm not on that.
Yo.
I mean,
You
obviously.
put too much work into let someone else take you off your positive.
Yeah.
energy and
Exactly.
shit.
I
never understood that. Like,
Islam, it's not worth it, man.
can't let people get it. Like, if someone ever says to me, like, I'll probably just laugh it off.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, nigga, what are you doing?
This is why, like, you know, we've been going on for a little bit on this, but it's true. Like, it's something that needs to be talked about more, and that's why, like, I'm glad we have conversations like this. Because
protect your energy.
it's the easiest, but it's the hardest decision to make in certain situations. You know what I mean?
Putting away your
It's the
pride.
hardest.
Yeah.
Like, it takes so much more
Pride.
power, strength, all that
Self-control.
to control yourself from slapping the fuck out of somebody.
Bro, you literally
Than
have
it
the control
does to
in your hand.
actually
It's up
do
to
it.
you.
You have to literally like
Infinity Gauntlet.
knock that demon off your shoulder and let
just-
God come in with decisions like
Humble
that,
yourself,
because
man. I'm a sheep.
that
I'm a
shit's
sheep
crazy.
of God. Know what I mean?
A lamb of God.
stay prayed
I am a
up.
sheep. I is a sheep, my brother.
They said a sheep of God.
The Lamb of God. That's you, Jesus.
The lamb of God.
Jesus.
I is a sheep, bro. I is a sheep. You got to understand that there's certain shepherds in the world. You just follow them, man. Follow Jesus. Y'all need Jesus, goddamn it.
You niggas need Jesus.
Jesus.
So y'all want to stay on music? Y'all
Yeah,
want to
yeah, I'm on
transition to
music.
something else? Which one? Y'all want to talk about your homegirl Janae?
I love that song.
It was smooth. I'm not gonna
Speaking
lie.
of triggered,
Oh.
That was smooth.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the most fire title she could have picked for that shit too.
it fits. It honestly fits because
I'll be sick like
Got
You
one.
like that, like a significant other. It could go either way.
Just
That's
say
a
Big
trigger.
Sean.
Big Sean.
Let's just say Big Sean. Just call him by
I'm gonna do this, but we
So-
all know what it's. It's a fact.
Mr. Detroit.
Quote unquote.
Mr.
Big Shawnee boy.
Man, you got rid of his tattoo. You better get out of my face with that
That's
shit.
a
man.
fact.
You know exactly.
I
what
mean,
that
but
shit
when
is
you
about.
really love somebody, anything
But when
triggers
you
you.
love
Shit gets real,
someone,
and
You
But she
just
was
don't
talking about some
tattoo the
real
fucking
emotions in that
face
shit.
of
she was.
nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's how you really feel. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we've all been at that point. Like,
No.
It's like, yo, I fucking
no,
hate
well,
you.
I have.
I like what
I
she-
fucking
I wanna
hate you, but I
smash.
fucking
Yeah.
love you. It's like,
I like how she's vulnerable and wears her heart on the sleeve, because a lot of
and says her emotions in her
Yeah.
songs. Like,
That's her. That's her
real
character.
shit.
yeah.
You know
That
what
is
I
her
mean?
character.
She's been doing that for quite some time, and
I like it.
Yeah, she doesn't need. And
She
the
don't
thing that I
front.
like about her, she put herself in a position that she doesn't have to drop like a whole bunch of projects every year.
Right.
She has quality, so it's like she could just relax. Her last one was like 2015. You know what I mean?
Was it sell out?
No. There was
No.
another one that had Sativa on it with Sway Lee.
There's actually
With
one
the
that came out
psychedelic one?
sooner than that. That was 2015. No, I think that was like
That's like
16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's called LSD.
Okay. There you go. That shit was
So-
fire. That whole shit was fire.
Real fans.
I don't care. You said the other one came out though, like a different one.
No, that was the one I was
okay,
talking
gotcha,
about.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it real fast?
But yeah,
I
that's
was
the whole
talking
point
'cause it says soda.
because she has quality in her shit. You know what I mean?
So it lasts.
Yeah. Or even like when she sings, she has a certain
Aura
vibrato
about
about
her.
herself. Yeah. Like at
Yeah.
Nipsey shit, like she bodied that shit, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
she did it the way Janae would do it. She didn't overdo it. You know what I mean? And that's why like women and men fuck with her like that. It's just like, yo, sing
True.
that shit, girl.
But is she batshit crazy though?
I'm sure she can be. She's from Slauson.
That box is fire.
So-
It has to be.
Oh, God,
I'm sure it is.
It has to be.
Have
It
you
has
seen
to
the Never
be.
Call Me video?
No.
Is that
He
recent
didn't.
joint?
No,
Is
that's
she
older.
is she showing the
No,
box?
no,
in
It's
it?
older, but it had the same effect to me. I think it's on the LSD joint. It had the same effect to me as this song triggered when it dropped. Like people were big on it, and it's about a dude who never called her. She went crazy. The beginning of it, her brother, it's like a voicemail from her brother, and he's like, "Yo, hit me back. Niggas been telling me that you running around like depressed." Acting sad, like you too good for that. You got too much shit going on to let a
this a
nigga
mini
stress
movie?
you out. No, it's the song.
Okay.
To let a nigga
Give me a
stress you out,
synopsis.
and then the song keeps going, and she's like, something must be wrong with you. You basically don't know where I'm from. You should have called me, because I'm gonna call my niggas to come whoop your ass.
Because
That's
she's
why I like
Da-da-da.
that she's still hood.
The
Bad
video,
shit, fucking
exactly.
crazy,
Like she's
bro.
so soulful, but she's still so hood. I feel like she embodies me, but I can't sing.
Yo,
That's
But,
my spirit animal.
That's
Niza
my
low-key
spirit
might be
animal or whatever.
batshit crazy as well.
But
Face.
a little bit. I'm not fully crazy. I'm low key crazy.
Low key crazy.
Listen, let
But,
her, that's the quality I want, bro. I
the-
want
You
I want
want-
her to go through that shit.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the video has.
All right, I thought you meant like I want.
Listen.
I want all this shit to happen.
The video's on Slauson and shit, and everybody's out there. Lauren London's in the video.
That's what they from.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I hadn't really seen it. I've heard Mila J, her sister, talk about it too. She just dropped
That's
the
her
joint.
sister?
That's
Yeah.
her sister.
I never knew that.
Yeah, that's her sister. They both have talked about being from Slauson and being out there. But I never really seen it until that video, and I was like, Lauren London, hip girl. Oh, they really from out there?
Yeah, bro.
It's the real
Like
hood.
that whole
She might be about what she talking
New
about.
new.
yeah, that
No.
whole circle was really connected, man. That's
Yeah,
why like
it
LA, especially the time that we came up, LA was kind of, over there. We didn't really play too much LA shit, especially now that the past
We didn't
couple
know
years,
about it
you know
too
what I mean?
much.
Well, I just mean like mainstream, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ever since like Kendrick and all them started popping off, YG, Nip,
The Game.
fucking
And it's
Janae started to come out, the game. That's when
Kendrick is
everything
a whole
started
different
changing.
side of LA too. There's
Yeah.
so many different hoods that aren't connected, but there's a lot of people from them, and then it pulls it together because they have different styles.
Mm-hmm.
From each hood, there's different styles of rap. Because Kendrick doesn't rap like a normal LA nigga, like a West Coast rapper.
He don't rap like no
YG
nigga,
does.
ever.
YG raps like a West Coast
Mm-hmm.
nigga. So
Like that go local
I had to
shit.
end
That's
with
it. Y'all heard that shit?
I ain't hear. I heard the breakdown on Jimmy Kimmel.
Bro, funny.
That shit was hilarious.
He got his own taco truck and shit. Like, that's the kind of market. Shout out to Def Jam, man. That's the kind of marketing I like to see out of my artists, man. Dad got the taco truck with him and the whole Mexican outfit with the trumpet and shit. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. Just stepping out of the box.
Dripped out in red.
You know what I mean? You have to do shit like that to switch shit up and to just.
They said, "Who's calling?" Bye.
Deny that shit. But
Rejected.
Cause fuck, where was I going with that? Thanks a lot, bro. Anyway, yeah. So the whole West Coast is connected. Janae's Trigger. Oh yeah, Trigger. Big Sean. How you think he feels about this?
He don't give a fuck.
You don't give a.
He gives a fuck, but he gives a fuck behind. Yeah, he gives a fuck behind closed doors. We're gonna hear a little sub rap probably about her.
You know why he doesn't give a fuck? Because she'll still let him beat, no matter what.
I mean,
he can be absent for 2 years.
You love and hate somebody, you always gonna let them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
If
she
you
was
love
shit.
That
and you
nigga
hate
can be
somebody,
absent for fucking 2 years and say,
She didn't
pull
shit
up.
on him. She basically told him like, "Yo, I can't fucking stand you, but I can't stand you so much because I love you so much, and you're not doing what you're not the nigga that I want you to be for me."
Big Sean's like, oh, I know.
I mean,
Didn't,
that's
like,
all
after
it
they
is.
broke
You're
up,
not the
didn't he
nigga
go
that
back
you
to
said
what's
you
her
were gonna
face?
be.
Didn't Big
was
Sean
rumors.
go back to? No, there's a picture, right? There's together somewhere.
I think.
Oh, back with old girl from Glee.
No.
Nah, with Ariana.
Ariana, yeah,
Remember the whole
it was
video
like
and
picture
shit?
of them linked up and shit.
They had like she had his name in the book or whatever.
Oh
and said
yeah,
he could
that
still get it or
too.
some shit
And
like that.
and he fucking called too, like, yo, what you doing? That's it.
I guess.
Yo, he
Hello.
said, yo, the big Dills in town.
I
Go
still
ahead.
think Janae is a better option, but I guess that's how.
I mean, better option in what aspect?
Every aspect. She's more of a woman.
Ooh,
Both of them got that
No,
fire,
always.
man. I don't know.
Have
that's
to.
a fucking fact,
It's the
man. Both of them
petite
got a
thing,
hit
I guess.
list.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Them Flaquitas gotta have something, man. Shout out to
Something going
y'all.
on.
It's something. It's
I'm like,
something.
damn.
Just, you know, if you can like grab her by the waist and like have your fingers
They be
touch
wilding over them too.
and wild out.
Karuchi,
and
they be
just-
wilding over Karuchi.
Yeah,
they're
that-
fire though. They're petite, but they're fire.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's something in that water,
toss her
bro.
around. Like,
They
yo,
could-
bitch, get on
They're
that
lights.
bed. Toss that bitch from the bathroom to the bed.
Like, yo,
Underhand.
the size of a vanilla wafer. Like, yo, get up. Just flick them.
That's it, bro.
Just flick them. Like, yo, stop playing. You play too much.
Black eye.
That's gotta
I
be.
slipped.
That's gotta be great.
But no, I'm sure, like, because it looks like Big Sean's been in, music mode recently. And like I said, I don't feel like there's anything he doesn't know that he heard in that shit.
True.
I'm just glad that I'm pretty sure this has to be like opening the floodgates to some new Janae shit, new project.
Probably.
That,
and I hope
the
it
next
does. I like
project
how
is
it
gonna be,
sounds. Something
talking about it.
But the whole idea of the song is not. I don't think that she's necessarily shitting on him hard. I think she's just venting.
Yeah, she's
Those
venting.
videos,
yeah,
she's
of
just venting.
course.
Like, you're not the nigga I thought you were, and you said you were gonna be.
But I
So
still
now
love
I'm
you,
mad.
nigga.
I still love you, but
Ignore
you trigger
the
me,
red
and I might
flags.
want to kill you. But
But
I
at the
don't know
same
yet.
time, come through tonight about 3 a.m. My kid will be asleep.
Just come through and chill. You know what I mean?
My kid.
face.
Yo, have you
What?
seen the dad?
No.
I think I've seen the
one
dad
time.
like once because they used to be married. But I'm like, damn, that nigga is out
I mean,
of public eye.
He's chilling. He's like, you deal with that. I'm not done. See,
Yeah.
that goes to him saying maybe she crazy.
that's a fact.
Why
Baby
is she
Pops is
crazy?
like,
She probably wrapped her legs around that
why
nigga.
do you first go to her being crazy versus niggas disappointing her?
Because
It could be
it's
just
a
all
history
niggas
of the
disappointing her.
same things from her. What
So
do you
what?
think? I mean, dots
Niggas could
connect.
try her a million times.
Dots
but she
connect.
could
You know,
also be crazy.
you see a bunch of dots.
She could have
the same
expectations
thing.
that no man knows how to meet.
That's a
Exactly.
fact.
So that could be that. Like, she could expect more for herself, and the men that she chooses to let into her life aren't meeting those. And I'm just
Okay.
saying,
So explain
spirit
the
animal,
explain
baby.
the Big Sean.
Spirit animal.
That's me.
Explain the
That's
Big
me.
Sean tattoo after 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Crazy,
That's fine.
crazy as shit.
That's
That was a
nigga.
fine.
very detailed
That's
tattoo.
That's
fine.
yeah,
That's
nigga.
fine.
She said, "I want this right here, and I'm gonna put it on the internet for everybody to know
But that's
that
why,
that
like,
nigga is mine, quote
Dog,
unquote."
I can't even imagine what you go through being in that position when it comes to trying to hold on to like a stable family unit when you an artist or whatever the case may be, where you traveling, you not
Sure.
home, you not seeing your spouse and shit. So of course that shit gonna be a factor, you know what I mean? So like I couldn't even imagine being an artist and just trying to, keep my own shit together.
During that
shit
time,
is hard.
Big Sean he was low.
Nigga, this shit is hard being stationary. You know what I mean? Like y'all, like being in the same place, y'all live together or whatever. Imagine traveling all the fucking time and having bitches around you and having niggas around you and all the shit that happens in
You
between.
can't
and all
miss
the
your spouse
whispering.
if you with them all the time.
That's why J and B are like this, son.
They had to go through it, and they came
Hold
back
on to
together.
Yeah,
Now
and
they're
he
stronger
cheated
than
on her,
ever.
and she made a whole album about it.
Listen,
He was
and
talking about how
they
crazy
made
she was.
Both of them made millions off that.
Listen, they had to
Okay,
cheating
and she talked about how
scandal,
crazy she was. I'm sure behind closed doors, Beyonce is probably crazy as fuck, but Jay-Z loves her enough to put up with that shit. Like I
They
said,
had-
she has expectations for men in her life that may not meet it.
They had to squeeze some lemons to make lemonade, bro.
Right. But Lemonade was
intended.
fire. I went to the
See what I did
concert.
there?
Best concert ever.
Hello.
Ever.
Yeah, I
debatable.
slipped on that one.
No, that
It was
that
actually that shit the other day,
Coachella
too.
shit.
It was
Yeah,
so
the-
good.
When Solange put pause on him.
Oh, yeah. In the
Wow.
elevator.
Jesus. You said a
Nigga
whole
we got-
sentence with sound
We
effects,
got
bro.
3 big albums over for that shit, and it's a fact, bro. Shout out to Solange, who's the
Slide.
catalyst for change.
The GOAT.
You
That's
know what
true.
I mean? A 444
Thank you,
lemonade
Solange.
and fucking seat at the table.
See that?
Classics.
All of them.
Classic.
But it's worth
All
it.
of them.
All
I need to
worth the
listen to Seat
drama.
at the Table again.
I need that vinyl.
Don't
It
touch
was
my
wild.
hair.
Need that shit. Nigga,
I mean,
randomly, and we're going to switch it up after this, but we saw my vinyls. My Victory Lap vinyl came in.
Oh, shit.
I thought they canceled it. They refunded my money and still sent me the shit. So shout out to
Oh.
y'all.
Man,
Come up.
fucking nigga.
Come
dog.
up.
I
That's what I'm
mean,
talking about.
He said, got my
Shout out
money
to
back
Nip.
and
Yeah,
got my
yeah.
vinyl.
nigga, and
You
I was
donate
sick
that
when I didn't
money
get that shit.
somewhere good.
You know what I mean? And
Or
that shit
don't.
is expensive right now for obvious reasons. But we
Yeah.
good. We good now. The collection's getting up there. Up there, all right? So
That's
what,
good
what else
shit.
we got? Music-wise.
Met.
What did you think of the Chris Brown and Drake thing? The little snippet. Did you listen to it?
I've
when she
heard-
had it?
When I was listening to it aloud,
Yeah.
When I
did
told you to
hear
listen
it?
to it, but you didn't want to listen to it?
When the MILF was playing it, I heard it. It sounded cool. I wanna hear the full thing.
I want to.
MILF.
I
The
think
MILF.
that anytime 2 fire R&B artists come together, because I still consider
Hey.
Drake part R&B.
We all
2
do.
R&B artists come together and make a track. It's amazing. And
Especially
I
after
think that
Beef.
Chris Brown, and especially after Beef too, Chris Brown and Drake coming together and making it work, like that shit's amazing.
2 light-skinned
I
niggas
think
making
the
a
2
summer
light-skinned
anthem.
niggas pushing
Bring
that
it.
shit. I think it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, it just sounded pretty good.
It sounds really good. It sounds like it's gonna be in the car and maybe at the end of the club.
It's just
type
gonna
of
flop.
pop. You think?
I see. What do y'all think of this criticism?
what?
Because I see it all the time on Twitter that Chris Brown basically makes the same song over and over again.
I
It
commercial
works for
songs.
him though.
I hear it.
But do
I
you
hear it.
agree with it?
I agree. He makes a lot of commercial hits, but I mean
But
that's
that
what
sound
it is.
like literally the same.
No, I don't think they sound literally. You think?
No, I mean-
think he has the same flow. I don't think that the beat is the same. I don't think
But
whatever,
he just
everyone
makes
has
so
their
many
own.
goddamn songs, man. It's hard not to like. I'm sure he has like over 1,000 songs that we haven't even heard, and it's hard not to
But that's like
switch it
Future.
up, you know?
Let's be honest. It's not switching it up. It's that's your flow. That's your character. That's your music. So if somebody fucks with you musically, they like that style. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna keep rocking with you. Whatever song you make, that's what they like about you. So keep going. Like they like you for your flow. They like you for your style, and he's just staying true to his style and his flow.
Well, also when you work with the same
opinion.
people too, you're gonna have
You're,
to.
yeah, it's just
Also true.
natural.
Same
It
style.
naturally happens. It's not.
I think that's why I liked "Hurt the Same" so much. I felt like that was kind
Bro,
of it was
I
different.
love like A1 and Heatmaker, like
Mm-hmm.
their combination when it comes to production and R&B, bro. They kill that shit. Whenever they get together with like Chris Brown, Ty Dolla, any of these niggas, like they body that shit, bro. Like they really have that essence of like old school 80s, 90s R&B, but it's still current.
Yeah.
That's the shit that I want to hear. You know what I mean? When it comes to Chris Brown and people of that nature. Like all the turn up shit, that's cool. I'm glad he strayed away from doing like the shit
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
wasn't
that
fucking
died.
with that.
But I was telling y'all earlier, because now he put like a quote unquote list of the people that are going to be on his album. And it's like 15 niggas. And it's like, I understand a few, but I want to hear more Chris.
I mean, sometimes you just need to be inspired by others.
I understand that. That's cool. But we all know a lot of times features, they just be throwaways.
Okay, but what if it's
15?
15 features on another
quality?
40-track album?
That's still too
Then
much, man.
really,
That's still too much.
that's
Like on the last one, there weren't too many features, right?
No.
On Heartbreak?
no.
I like the Heartbreak. You know what I
It
mean?
was good.
But just the track record of people being this many people being on an album, that shit it's just a compilation album. If I wanted a compilation album, I would
No,
wait for
but-
something like that, like a Khaled album or some shit.
I mean, yeah, about to say I was gonna compare to like Good Friday and shit. All of that, just shit ton of fucking features, and it was all fire. I mean, nigga.
See, that's different. That's different because you have a whole bunch of creatives coming together and creating something from scratch. I feel like these shits are just, breezy songs and then
Copy
people just
and
pull
paste.
up. You know what I mean?
I mean,
French, come here. Tory, come here.
Who knows, bro?
Yeah.
You don't know until you hear it.
I'm open to be wrong, but
I hope you will be.
I just want to hear some fire, crisp, breezy shit.
Yeah, I do want to hear 15 features on a 40-track album. That's a...
I want to say he's going to keep it a
on
30.
decent.
Switch it up a little bit.
I mean,
I want to hear somebody else.
Yeah.
Because what's it called was Heartbreak was what, like 40 tracks?
40.
Bro,
I think they
it
said
took me
30.
like 3 days to listen to it.
Of course. Yeah.
Like,
Hurt the same. That's my shit.
Yeah, that shit is hard. That shit is hard, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The Drake shit got to be on there. I approve of that one, so that's one. That's
See?
1 out of the 15 I
There
already
you
fuck
fucking
with.
go.
And I don't have the list of the other people he has on there, but I mean, knowing the recording fucking dude he is, like you said, there's a whole bunch of shit in the tuck. So we gonna see what's going on. Looking forward to that
about
shit.
to close out on
Nah, I mean,
IG Live.
Listen, we appreciate y'all every week. Right here. Y'all fuck with the studio, by the way. Nah, I mean,
Yeah, new studio. Who this?
Fuck
Feel
with
me?
the
Let me flip it
studio,
for y'all.
Yes, let me... Niggas, how this work?
Listen, man. We gonna be
Visuals
accepting-
coming soon.
Yes.
Flick it up from
We gonna be accepting money for some, ads. Know what I mean, y'all need some promo. Let us know. We're gonna be charging $5,000 a post. Gonna be good. 5,000 shekels.
5,000. I was gonna say the blooms, but
The blooms.
yeah.
We gonna
it,
be
yeah.
aight. I mean, that shit fire.
And I wanted my shit in the burlap sack, my nigga. That's it. I want to hear a jingle.
Jesus Christ. So all right. So we've been on this for a little bit. What we're going on 15 minutes. What else we got to talk about? What else is timely right now that y'all?
The Met is fucking stupid. I don't get it.
The Met Gala.
The Met Gala. I get
Yeah, we
it,
could go
but I
15
think that
hours on
shit
this
is
shit,
fucking.
too.
I think it's dumb as shit.
It's just a whole bunch of rich people getting together.
And I just don't understand
Photo
why
ops.
people care so goddamn much. Why do people care? Why are people so invested in celebrity lives?
I have the same questions. I really just sat there for 2 seconds and thought about it. Because there's something about like our psyche when it comes to humans. Like whenever people are outside of a position we're not in, we're very invested in it. You know what I mean?
but
why,
It's cool to watch. It's
why
cool.
be invested when you're not? Most cases, you're not learning nothing. You're not getting anything from it.
right.
You know,
Just entertainment.
Honestly,
That's
that's
what
all
it's
it
a
is.
weird
It's
form of entertainment. It's voyeurism.
Because you're literally people watching.
Yeah, you're just watching people. You just go to the mall and do that, my nigga. It's weird. Like when I was thinking about it
Well,
earlier.
we're not allowed in, so all we can do is
That
kind of
too.
watch from the sidelines, and we see what these. The only way that we have an idea of what the Met is from these outfits
True.
and from
Niggas
the
that go to the Met
themes.
don't even know what the fuck the Met
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, they just go to go.
Yeah.
Yo, I thought I
But
was going to a Mets game.
it's-
No, nigga, what the fuck?
But you're saying watching from the
it's a huge
sideline.
honor to be invited to that or to have access to a place like that. So our only ability to have a piece of it is to people watch and
Yeah.
judge outfits.
But you're
And
talking about,
that's the
watching from the
closest.
sidelines. Why choose to watch from the sideline? Get the fuck off the sidelines. I don't understand
I
why
mean,
people
we're
care.
all trying to get off of this. Even people that are close enough to those sidelines to get in are still watching from the sidelines.
I mean, they're in better position to actually get
Yeah,
in the game.
but I mean,
It's weird. Like
it's
I was
just
thinking
fun.
about it
It's
earlier
entertainment.
about do I like how many celebrities do I follow like on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking it's just mostly musicians, some sports people,
Right.
and it's just like besides that, like I'm not following no Kardashians, no people that
into
are
that
just
shit,
in the
bro.
spotlight for being in the fucking spotlight, and just when niggas just they're on social media all day just waiting for the next thing.
Well, that's the other component to it too, because that shit is like a season premiere type shit. Because once that shit happens, everybody's on Twitter.
Yeah,
Everybody's
man,
on
I
IG,
got off, man,
putting
that
in
day.
their own 2 cents. Know what I mean? Like what's camp and all that. I was like,
I had to
Camp Low
Google
was there?
it. I
Yeah.
had to Google it. It's just art for like it's just art outside of the box art.
Yeah,
that's literally
abnormal.
what it is.
Abnormal.
It's abnormal art that makes no sense. It has no. It's not supposed to make sense.
Yeah, and back in the day, just
Literally.
niggas just called it gay.
Yeah.
That was it.
Pretty much.
And it was just so much. I just had to get off of fucking Instagram because it was just flooded with it, and I was done with that shit, man. I couldn't take it anymore.
Shells wasn't fucking with the Met Gala.
Yeah,
He wasn't
it's
fucking
weird.
with the
It's weird, bro.
Cardi B's period outfit.
It wasn't working.
He said
out.
it was flooded.
Oh, I saw that shit. I
Flooded.
saw a picture of that shit too. That shit was huge.
They
How
said
did she walk
niggas
around
found
in
the
that
sauce
shit?
to Rihanna's pizza last year? Remember? They found the sauce. She had the cheese.
That's it.
She had the cheese on them bitches.
Ariana.
I'm zooming in on your face right now. Yo, that shit is legendary, by the way. That Roy shit. That shit was so smooth. But yeah, bro, like it's a mental health thing.
It's
like people just
I want to know
relationships
how
with celebrities.
I want to know how it's going to go in like just 10 years. I want to see the development of people that just invest all their time in others that aren't getting anything from it. It's weird, bro.
That's what it is, man.
I feel like there's a lot of social experiments going on that I make up in my own head by just observing.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. Like you said, it's just people watching. It's just like, especially on social media, bro, because you see people put up some shit. It's just like, bro, why? Like, what prompted you to, number one, pay attention to this, and number two, like, just repost it or
True.
give somebody your feedback on this. Like, yo, Slime, you could keep that.
Yeah, that's
like,
why I like fucking Twitter. That's why I like
She could have
Twitter.
kept that shit to herself.
Yeah,
But she wanted attention. She wanted
Kept what to
people see.
herself?
that comment.
Kept the comment about how for over the past 10 years, women have been throwing themselves at Steph, but not one man has tried to holler at her.
I mean,
Hello.
men
That's an
are
argument.
trying to holler, and she's just, not seeing it. But if I saw her,
I'm sure
I
people
wouldn't-
were
I
trying to
wouldn't holler,
holler in a
huh?
respectful way, like, you look beautiful. That's their version of hollering at her. You look beautiful.
I mean, yeah,
Great
that's just
mom.
that's just a
Wish you
compliment and
were
shit.
my baby mother.
Because man, it's just, I think it is niggas just can't help but respect it because it's a wife, it's
She's
a
a
family.
respectable woman. So
Yeah, I mean,
she should be
it's
happy.
just like the whole family is respectable,
Yeah.
and it's just like that's Steph Curry, it's a father right there, 3
It's so
kids.
wholesome.
Yeah, like they could,
They like milk.
They're gonna have a TV show after fucking Curry retires.
Has some. I'm surprised they ain't got like no Facebook shit.
Especially
now, you know
with
what I mean?
Riley growing up and shit, because she already wild.
It's a character already.
Yeah, she's been a character for many years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're just waiting for him to retire. Like, yo, ABC TV show, bring back TGIF.
How many kids they got? I just remember them.
3.
3.
I think it was like the newer born one that they had a
The
picture
newer born.
of the baby screaming, and they had the tatted up song in the back, like tat it up, tat it up. Yo, that shit to this day be having me fucking crying, bro. That shit is quality content. That's the content I like in my fucking social media.
Niggas just thinking that shit.
But guess what? Like what she said, like I feel like all women feel that way. You know what I mean? Like even though I may be in a relationship, I would like to feel wanted. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm wanted by my spouse and all that. Women love attention. You know what I mean? Like guys, they want attention too, but they be more like low with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like women, especially in her position, seeing. I can imagine she sees a whole bunch of wild shit when she with Steph, or even, know what I mean, when she not with Steph, she probably sees some shit. She like, how come I don't have that?
I'll show some shit.
You know why? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you know
tell
why.
her to
You
open
know
her
that.
DMs.
You know
I'll
why.
shoot.
That's not true.
yeah, that's not your thing. And it's funny because I'm on social media and I'm seeing a whole bunch of men like respond to this shit, and I'm like, yo, there's a bunch of like new people out here that their minds are insane, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this one person was
Social
like,
experiment.
yeah. It's like, yo, bro, like she's a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? She just wants to feel the way she feels, but she could have just kept that to herself.
That's
like,
a fact.
I feel like
That type of thoughts though, like she went into in depth, like, I'm just saying, you
'Cause she knew it was
like
wild.
after all, she already knew she had to explain herself and why she wanted to speak on it. It's like, for what? What in your mind told you?
Is
let me
Ayesha
get
a
on
square?
Twitter. She gotta be. That
She
was some
seems a little
square
bit,
ass
right?
shit that she said. Like,
yeah, but we say all the time, just be your true self. Like,
She's
don't
like,
front,
not
no
once.
nothing. She was keeping it
Yeah.
real. She kept it real.
I guess, but
Can't
why
fault
are
her
you
for
mad that I get it though? Like being a woman, we say we don't want that attention, but at the end of the day, if nobody was trying to holler at us, that shit
That's what I'm saying.
sad.
That's
You're like,
with
damn,
all that
am I
she
not cute?
has.
It
That's
makes you
all
question
that
yourself again.
she notices.
love is
That's putting that much of a hole in her heart.
It shouldn't, because she has a loving husband and she has 3
She
kids and she
has
has a family.
a lot.
Now, if she was alone and regular person,
Looking that
alone,
good,
not having anything,
and
looking
nobody
good,
hollering, yeah,
nobody
okay.
hollering, then it's like,
Yeah.
there's something wrong with you.
Right.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have
She
everything,
ain't got
you're
that
happy,
crazy box.
people are respecting your marriage.
But I think that's
That's what it
is.
that's
Like,
probably
it's
the
like
funny
a
shit
marriage.
too, because she probably said that shit off a cusp. She don't even think about that shit like that, and now this shit just blew
Now.
up. You know what I
And
mean?
it
This is
became
all
funny
niggas
because
can
now
talk
everybody's
about.
like,
Niggas pulling up in her DMs. You know
What
that
you
shit that says like
talking about?
requests
Yeah.
to your DMs? I'm sure
It's just
that
gonna
shit
show like an
racked up.
infinite logo.
Nigga, like,
Oh,
That's
she
it, my
said it.
nigga.
Where we at? We here now.
Pull
What's
it
up?
up.
Yo, what's up? Yo, I heard you gonna be at the game tonight.
You
Cause
trying
she
to go home
beautiful.
with me?
I'll be
She
outside.
can cook. She loyal.
She can
Pull up.
cook.
Come on.
That's just a
Look
fact.
good and she can cook. Food
Yeah.
alone already got niggas.
Yo,
Like,
Curry's mom though. I can.
Yo, how do
Yo,
you think Steph
how?
feeling too? That nigga in a shooting slump. You like, babe, you gonna put this shit on me now too?
so
That's a fact.
Golden State is crumbling right before our eyes, bro.
now because I can't see and shit, you trying to have other niggas holler at you?
This
You
shit is
thought I ain't
crumbling.
see that shit, right?
It's a
You
crumbling.
thought I ain't see it.
And I can come out into the streets, nigga. I hear
Like,
everything.
I can read.
Little
I
do we
can't
know,
shoot right now, but I can read.
That's exactly. That's exactly why this nigga been wilding. He like 2 for 58 from 3, right?
Nigga, no. The other
Stephen
night he
Curry,
was
I
6
hear
for
everything.
12.
Every time he's
When have
shooting
you
somebody
ever
like
seen
Ayesha,
that?
That's a fact.
don't look at him. Leave her alone, you motherfucker. I feel like Steph says the all. I mean, you
Probably says
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Has to. And then he
Look,
said,
he's that level of,
"Forgive me, Jesus, for that thing."
Nigga said, tat it up. Tat it up. Nah, I'm pulling that shit up once we're done, bro.
Get that shit queued up.
Let's see what she does after this, bro. I feel like
How's she gonna come back? She's gonna be like,
she's gonna explain.
I love
Right?
my
She's
husband.
gonna
I'm just bored.
explain.
I feel like she would explain it.
She's gonna have
she is
to
the type
because she
to
don't got a
explain.
fucking choice. Because
Steph's gonna be like, tell these niggas you don't want them.
Unless you be like, nah, fuck that. I said what I said. I would respect the 1,000%
That would
if she
be
said
funny
that.
as fuck if
Like,
she
yo, I
said
said
that.
what I said.
you
Red
know,
table,
maybe
nigga.
she never had like a hoe phase.
Red table. Nigga.
I don't think she.
I don't think she ever had a whole phase.
She does look more.
And
That's
now
probably what it is.
it's seeping out slowly. So she's saying
she
wild
never had
shit.
a
She may or may not have been.
Like yo,
involved.
she might want to get ran through.
Too far.
That may be
no.
a thing.
That might be a thing.
I've
She
seen
suppressed her whole
firsthand
phase for so long.
Women and men who have, been in a certain rut for a certain amount of time, and once they either glow up or they do what they got to do, they start wilding.
Clay said, so I heard you like light skinned niggas.
I heard you like
You good
shooters.
for one. You like shooters.
Yeah, I shoot the
I'm
club up,
here.
nigga. What's up?
Same team. You ain't gotta go nowhere.
He said, I ain't going to be
We in
here
the
next
city.
year, though.
Get me now.
That's fucked up, man. Salute to their beautiful marriage and their beautiful families. We just having fun with this shit. You know
Shout out to
what I mean?
Riley.
Shout out to Rai Rai.
Is that what they call it?
No,
I don't know.
I just made that
But
up.
yo, she definitely got a
I
TV
just
show.
made
There
that
you go.
up.
Fuck it. Just ride with it. Be like, you should call her Rai Rai.
You should call it Rai Rai. We
She
gonna
be
pitch
rah
that
rah
out.
that niggas.
Once they get their little Facebook show or whatever, like it's
That's
going
a
to
fact,
happen.
yeah.
Like
I
the
told you, bro.
balls and shit. the little
ABC.
ball ball in them. Yeah.
ABC, man.
They
They
gonna
gonna pick
put
them
that
up.
There you go.
TGIF. Wholesome family ship.
They get like the Brady Bunch.
Now
fucking
the
Brady.
new age family matters.
You feel me? You catch me?
Mixed with the real world.
Okay, you can do that too. You can do
Like
that too.
the light skin version.
Okay, gotcha. What else? Is that it? Is that all you feel?
Light skin problems.
Is that how we feeling?
We're gonna wrap it up.
This is beautiful, man.
It's a beautiful
Always a
thing.
good
It's a beautiful thing
conversation.
to end up.
Every motherfucking week, you can find us on social media. At
Wait, hold
Deadass
up,
the
hold up,
Podcast.
hold up,
You
hold
can-
the fuck up.
What else do you got, sir?
Yo, y'all niggas need to fucking subscribe, leave comments, rate 5 stars, my nigga. Tell us, like, the ratio of ratings that we have to listeners, that shit don't add up.
You should have told them in the beginning.
There's a lot of niggas out there. No, because they going to listen to the whole shit.
Shout out to the real
There's a lot of
listeners,
niggas
man.
out there that are
Shout out
listening
to
right
them.
now that have not subscribed and rated. 5 stars. Leave a comment. Don't leave a comment.
That's a fact.
Rate,
Like
subscribe,
and
share,
subscribe.
my
Don't be
nigga.
here temporarily. Be here
That's a
permanently.
fact, man. It's just a little notification you get, bro.
Be a
once
part
a
of the
week.
movement.
Once a week.
'Cause
yeah.
we growing.
It's a little tiny notification. You can turn that off.
And like Niza said, we're working on new content. We're working on new things. I mean, we're very
Visuals.
excited.
We're trying to get everything for y'all. So just
Content
like-
crazy.
Right, man.
Show
We're trying to
y'all
glow
love,
up,
show
so
us
help
love.
us. Help us glow up, y'all.
Help us. Help me.
Help me.
Y'all want this
Nigga.
content, right?
Help me.
Is this what
Set
you
it out.
want?
Is this what you are looking for?
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Nah, we good, bro. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
72.
Never we down. We gonna see you after Nisa's back with a good old tan, unless she's wearing a crazy bathing suit and which she'll have like stripes and shit.
Oh, God.
Cause she had that crazy bathing suit before. She probably had a crazy ass.
I'm gonna come back with a tan.
I just remember that penis.
All right, so we gonna
Bye.
holler at y'all. We'll make fun of a tan line later. Holla.
Yo.